guys. Different spot. This is Duke. I thought I would sit out here for it's just really nice. And for Texas, we're not going to have a whole lot of this pretty soon. It's going to be pretty hot. So, hello. This is the Floozie podcast. I'm Jill, and I am in West Texas. Excuse you. And I'm out here with the animals. We may see the horses in a little bit. I have no idea. I think the cows are way up there somewhere. So yeah, this is my crafting podcast. And like I said, I thought I'd sit out here with you guys, show you what I've been doing. Okay, mister. So I may get a little shaky. Oh my goodness. Okay, so today is Monday, the day after Easter, 2019. And I did get some things finished. Hey. It's been kind of hard because I've been working Monday through Friday, which it's not been a long day, from 10 to 4, but coffee. But, it's been something different for me because I've been normally had quit doing working on Saturday and always had Mondays off as a hairdresser. So that gave me 3 days for a weekend. So the last couple of weeks I've been down to a 2-day weekend, which, you just change it up a little bit. Oh, you just had a drink, so you got to come and share with me, don't you? He's like, but you're sitting out here. Oh, you can't see him. He's going to go that way. Duke is one of 2 dogs that we have out here. He's our younger one. And he's Mr. Trouble. And then we've got my older dog. So there her is. She's laying over there, keeping me company from the flower bed. Everything out here has exploded in green. We had rain again. So, what? What? Kittens. Kittens are hollering from everywhere. I hear you. I don't know if you guys can hear them hollering. Okay. There he is right there. Here he comes. That's one of the kittens. It's either a he or a her. I don't know. They're all black. Can't tell. And then Mama's over here keeping me company in the other chair. Huh, Mama? Mama? Mama kitty? Mama kitty? Say hi for everybody. I think she lost this last litter. Poor thing. She was so her teats were just packed. They were so full and so packed and so tight, and she was miserable, and she was spending all kinds of time up here on the porch where she should have been out with kittens. So, and now they've all gone down, and she went right back into heat. So I'm pretty sure she lost that batch, which is okay. It's okay because we have 10, and they're hollering. There may be a lot of that. I don't know if it just hears me talking or what. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what did I finish? All right. I finished my grandson's hat. This one is knit, but I'm really not so sure that it's big enough. This looks more infant to me, but it fit on that doll head that I have, and it came onto her like a beanie. So I'm just going to go with it for now. I thought about picking up stitches here and putting another longer brim on it. I don't know. I don't know if I'll do that. So yeah. And of course, you remember he wanted red because of Spider-Man. What? They all talk to me. See, I'm the food lady. So when I'm out here, they want to know, what'd you bring? What is it? What? That's Mauser. Hi, Mauser. So yeah, finish his hat. And guys, I finished the scarf. The garter scarf. Isn't it pretty? I'll have to measure it and tell you all how long it is, but it's longer than 6 feet. And I know this was 350 stitches. The feeder's right there, and Aridin, the older dog Aridin, she's eating. I believe it was 350 stitches. And then my husband wanted me to put this border on it. This is a crocheted border, and that's 2 rounds of single crochet. And that is with Ross just got some of this in his call the other day. That's all I have left of it. It's a black and white. And this is the Premier Home Cotton. And I had gotten this somewhere on clearance for just over $1. So this color is Granite Splash. Now that's a 4 weight. And everything in the scarf is a 1 merino. And they are those minis that I got from Crystal Skies Hand Dyed and Amber's Yarn Shop. And Amber, if you're watching, tell me what these colors were if you know any of them. So let me show you. I'm going to fold it. And I was trying to remember when I started this. I want to say it was right after Christmas. I want to say it was the first of the year, because I had gotten the Advent calendar and I didn't finish that project. That's why you guys haven't seen that, because I didn't finish it. Because so here it is in half. And here it is in fourths. So yeah, it's really long. Garter is real drapey. And the last time you saw, I was right here. So I was about halfway. So I did a lot the last couple weeks, and this is really what I worked on, this and the hat. And my husband's blanket that sits in the living room. So those are my 2 finishes. Okay, and for the border, I used a K. And I put what was left of that cake in the new skein coat. So there was only like 3 colors left when I put it in here. And remember, I got this at Dallas Fort Worth Fiber Festival, the skein coat. Now what do I think of it? I like it. Does it really stop it from tangling? You don't get a lot of yarn barf. You get um, you get a fair amount of like the yarn sticking to itself a little bit, and so you just kind of have to pull it apart and keep going, but not yarn barf out of it. So I do like it, and I will keep using it and seeing how it goes with it, you know. Okay, and that is all I have finished. Now, that garter blanket I did on my wooden clovers with a 5.5 millimeter 9, US 9, and I think, oh, kitten. 2 more kittens have shown up, but they're very shy. Mama's kittens they don't really want to be petted. They're always here. I want to say this is a 18. So this is from my interchangeable set. Well, baby girl, what is it? You gonna come over here and get me all wet too? You know, what's going on? What's Mama doing? Ever doing? Pretty girl. Hello, kitten. It's time for everybody to eat, I guess. They didn't expect to see me here. She is Great Pyrenees and Lab. So they call it a Golden Pyrenees. And those dreads are something that they always get common with them, even out in the wild. I hope I don't make you guys sick moving this around. Okay, that's pretty much all that I have finished and all that I have worked on. I got a new order yesterday. Though I did not bring this ball band out. And this is Red Heart Super Saver Rainbow Brights. She said it didn't matter what the color was. She wants them knit. I'm doing it on a US 7 4.5 millimeter. And it's going to be purses, 3 of them. So I'm going to knit a long strip, and then I will seam it up the sides, and the top will be the flap, and there'll be a button. She didn't want straps, just buttons. So this is knit across and purl back for a long strip. And I'll just do 3 different colors. I haven't really decided what the other ones will be yet. So that's a new order. I'm still working on the baby blanket. I've decided to take this book with me when I go. I'm going to New Orleans day after tomorrow. I have to work tomorrow, and then I'll drive all day Wednesday. And I'm going to take this book. You've seen this. It comes in a kit with a hook and maybe some notions, like stitch markers or something. So it comes with 3 patterns. One of the reasons that I was so interested in getting this was that it has a left-handed section. So if you guys can find this one. Hi, kitten. Kind of shy. Let me see if I can get them. So there's one of the kittens. Mama just went up to eat. She's in that self-feeder over there on that pole. If the tripod moves, one of the kittens is right there. Gotta come over and see what's in my bag. Not gonna let me pet it, but we've gotta come smell. Yeah, green eyes. And I picked up a couple books. Goodness, then it gets dirty when you're out here. So I got the new interweave crochet and knit seam. So I cleaned out my books and I felt like I've got a little more room than I thought. So bad. So anyway, this one is knit seam is also put out by Interweave. This shawl on the front is called the Ignition Point Shawl, Martha Wissing. This is the fire issue. 20 projects that excite and inspire. I have no idea what Kutch inspired embroidery is. Do you guys? Who is the editor now? Sarah. Don't know. Sarah Rothberg. Well, she's one of them. So, the level of difficulty in this book, if you are a beginner, it's 1 dot. If you are moving past scarves, it's still considered easy, it's 2 dots. Intermediate, which is pretty confident, is 3 dots. And advanced, which is challenge myself, is 4. That's their rating system. So Woolly, DMC has got a line of stuff. DMC thread, Woolly. You gonna come say hi, Mama? Oh, you gonna come say hi? Come here, Mama. Come here, Mama. Come here. She has this right here. It's like a mane. It's like fluff. If you see her walking towards you, you can really see it. Fans out right here. And the daddy's black too. He was on the front porch earlier. They were funny because they were sitting in these chairs. She was over there and he was over here. And my husband said we got the mom and pop chairs. Yeah. Monkey. She's all hair. Coast to Coast Yarn Co. Hand-dyed yarn. Krista Ann. Krista Knits. Knits that rock. Dyer based in Newton, Kansas. Aaron Engel Bartel. Pretty cool. I'll read about that later. Haiku, cotton. I love looking at all the articles. Okay. These are the embroidered mitts and an embroidered hat. Another embroidered hat. Embroidered mitts. The hat doesn't have anything on the back. I guess this is what they're calling the Kutch style. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Kutch. The striking Kutch style embroidery motif draws its colors from natural elements such as fire. Alrighty. That's H&Arts Fiber and Brooklyn Tweed. Harrisville Shetland. Mrs. Crosby train case. I haven't heard of that one. That blanket you saw is all done in garter. And I just did blocks and I sewed them together. This was for my daughter, but when she moved from here to New Orleans, she had to really thin everything out because she couldn't take it all with her. Sugar bush yarn. I like this one. The exothermic tunic is done in cotton, blue sky. I like that one. And I like this shawl. Now my rule is if there is 2 or 3 patterns in here that I would actually do, it was worth buying the magazine. So there's 2. This one's okay. I don't know. It seems outdated to me and I don't care much for it. Now this shawl, I already know what I'm going to do with this one. You guys remember that fiber I got? It's the Mad Tosh that I got from West 7th Wool. And it's called 7 Seas. That's what I'm going to use on this one. This is called the Plasma Shawl. Flickering Flames in drop stitches. Now they used Malabrigo sock, so I know I can use that sock yarn. Don't you think that'd be pretty with all those sparkles? There's a bag, market bag. This top, not feeling it. This shawl I like. That one's called Ignition Point. That's the one on the front cover. Martha Wissing. And it's done in Mad Tosh sock. 2 colors, obviously. Now this one I want to do. This is Plucky Knitter Primo Fingering. Flames. Shawl by Melanie Rice. It's a really neat edging on it. See how that shows, that lace edging? And it's smaller. I like the shape and the size of that. And I bet you that's one skein. This other one, I don't get it. I mean, it's okay, but the Prometheus top, it's done with Shibui, which is Shibui reed, which is like a bamboo. There's a tiny lace stuff. There's a hat, the Sweet Spot hat. This cardigan I like. This one's done in Fiber Natura Cotton Sport by Universal Yarns. This is an Amy Gunderson pattern. I like the look of this. I don't know if I would go with these colors. This is the Combustion Shawl. So it's got green, a little touch of green in there. I'm going to have to look at this and decide. I think this is a heavier. It's a silk. So I don't know. That may be a sport. So that's that one. Okay. I don't have this one marked yet. I was working on it. The interweave crochet. It says projects for your travels. Greetings spring. Get with the faux fur trend. Learn to loop stitch. You know. You still with me? Felt your crochet. Look at this bag. Y'all like that? I guess I'm really not crazy about these handles. I don't know. It's pretty odd. Okay, this is that DMC Natura cotton, and these are denim colors. I want some of these. 100% combed cotton that looks like your favorite pair of jeans. Look at those. wish the kittens are coming and going to eat, and I wish it was the twins. Their daddy, oh bless his heart, he met with some sort of fate. I don't know. And he's got a bum leg where he got twisted up somehow because his tail is now crooked. He has been through it. And he is the gentlest and sweetest. He's raised his own brothers and sisters, and then the next batch, and this latest batch. He's raised 3 litters. The first ones he raised on his own because his mother left. This one's called the Porto top. So it is open on the sides. This one's done in Kelborn Woolens Mojave. I like this duster. Me and dusters lately. The Pharaoh Duster by Natasha Robarge, done in the Omega Ulali. And I like that color. That's an orange, but it's kind of a golden. I think I could get away with that one. Almost on the corally orange. There is the Sandalo Shawl by Melanie Miller, done in Cascade. And the Piazza Cowl by Connie Lynch, done in Plymouth Ink and Spice. What, girl? Am I boring you? What is that, kitten? Everybody wants to know, what is that thing up there? What is going on? Okay, so this is that loopy stuff. This is the Campo vest. Yarn Valley Yarn Charlemont, distributed by Webbs. It's not crazy about that one. These cats are funny. I love the brightness of this red. This is Lydia's Crochet Classic 10 by Coates and Clark. So I'm going to have to look up and see which one of the Lydias that is. This is a crochet thread. And I'm wondering if they held it double. This is the Museo Wrap by Ina Jatari. Great piece. And I would never have said that I would have used a thread, but I have some of that yarn that my husband takes the sweaters apart. I would bet you I have got something that would work. I love it in this red. Not crazy about this one. Albergo Top by Ala Caval, Cascade Pima Cotton. I like this little purse. I even like it with the tassels on it. And it's got a zipper. It's done with the Paint Box Cotton Aran weight. The Rotatoria purse. Got a strap. Mama's chasing the kittens. She does it all the time. She's mean. She is a meanie. Mercado hat by Christina Olsen. Done in Blue Sky Fibers. It's a beanie. It's It's kind of a shiny yarn. I bet you could use Simply Soft. Okay. Instructions and charts. Oh, look at the detail on this duster. On the front. I didn't see that in those other pictures. There's more. Okay. Aunt Lydia's thread. Classic 10. 350 yards. It's a 0. Use 8 balls. I'm trying to see if you hold that double or not. Doesn't say to. So is that one a little bigger than the normal Aunt Lydia's, or is that the normal Aunt Lydia's? If y'all know, let me know, would you? Now I am filming this, and like I said, I'm going to go to my daughter's, and I'll probably film while I'm there, but then that won't go up uh, till next week. And I'm going to try to put this one up in the next couple of days. Are you looking at my yarn, Mama? Don't you be looking at my yarn. This is a capelet. I get the concept. I'm not crazy about the yarn choice. Y'all like that? It's Manos de l'Uruguay Alegria, which is gorgeous yarn. This is kind of cool how she's hooked a pendant on it. Right here off the end, she's hooked a pendant. So we've got a necklace with beads. Now, I like this one. I didn't get this bookmarked as well as I did the other one. I was at work and I got busy, and then I just brought these home. And I hadn't gotten back out to look at them. This is Mystical Mermaid Breakwater Wrap by Silky Terhorst. This is done in Haiku Sueno. Look how bright that is. It's almost like that highlighter color. This is a cute little top that's what do they call that? You know, short. This is a very unique edging here I haven't seen. What do they call that? Freeform Romanian point lace. So that lace is in, maybe there'll be a better picture. Get a little closer. See the netting in there? Romanian freeform lace. This one is meant to look like the coral. Y'all hear him? He's chomping on a bone out there. So we've got a scarf and we've got that purse. They're calling it a tote, and it's, oh, I get it. It's meant to look like the sea scales. That's a textured stitch. It's done in brown sheep yarn, nature spun, worsted because they see they felted it. Does y'all's camera do that? Mine goes off at 27 minutes. What is that? No matter what I do, no matter how much storage I have, no matter how much battery power I have, 27 minutes. Okay, so this is the atoll scarf done in Ancient Arts Fibercraft Passion 8. It's the horses. And where's that top? Did I show you that top? Maybe I didn't. Okay, this is called the Vilnius top. I can't pronounce that name. This is done in Knit Picks Hawthorne. It's a tonal hand painted. It's a gorgeous color. Look how that kind of waves. That's really a neat technique. That would be the short rows, like in knitting. Latvian word for wave. That's so smart. Short rows create the asymmetrical lines and waving stitch pattern. The top has a boxy silhouette that flatters every figure. Might have to test that out. Y'all can tell me whether it flatters me or not. Is that all? Okay. The horses have come up to the top, but you can't see them from here. I'll turn it around and show you when they get a little bit farther. The Romanian point lace. Oh, it's done with a needle, guys. So yeah, interweave. Spring 2019. Hi, Toby. So there's Toby. That's our ass. And the horses are behind the horse trailer there. Behind that trailer. The clouds have come up. It's supposed to rain this afternoon. Oh my gosh, do you see Mauser? There's Rosie. Rosie girl. Maybe Red will come out here in a minute. Y'all see that cat? Look at her. That is a comfortable cat. And he's over there chewing his bones. Duke! There's Red. Hi, Red. How you doing, buddy? How are you guys? Yeah? So the only ones you haven't seen are the cows. Maybe they'll show up too. So today, hubby and I went and spent some time with him because I'm going to be gone for a few days. So we went and had lunch, and we went to The newest truck stop went up close to the highway about, I believe it's 18 miles. The little town is about 18 miles from us. And it's called the Rustic Cafe. Butterfly. And the company that started it is the Kent Oil Company, and they're now Kent Quick convenience stores. They also own Avis Lube, Mr. Payroll, Baskin Robbins, Kent Tire, Huddle House, Rustic Cafe, and Kent Motorsports. Pretty big deal for a little town. We had chicken fried steak. Best I've had in a while. They're famous for their hamburgers, evidently. Okay, and then they also have these French fries. And they're loaded with bacon or ham, bell peppers, onions, cheese, and your choice of signature red or green chili sauce. And I had the red. Oh my gosh. I love all that kind of stuff, like the loaded nachos, the loaded potatoes, the loaded French fries. Oh, these are good. Really good. And they're not the big fat French fries. They're the McDonald's size French fries. And those were good. And then we stopped at the bookstore that's going out of business, and this is the last time. This is going to be the last time that I get to go. And I found the Better Homes and Gardens Beginner Sewing Tips. This book and I know I have picked up and gotten rid of books right and left. But right off the bat, look at this. How to do around cord. This has got some great tips in it. I mean, and these diagrams, guys, when you're dyslexic, I'm telling you, you got to look for really great stuff. How to do the bias. I'm liking that one. I just flipped through it, okay? And they didn't have a whole lot of crafting books. So I just got those two. This one, that one, and this one. Custom Knits, Accessories by this gal down here, Wendy Bernard, author of Custom Knits and Custom Knits 2. Unleash your inner designer with improvisational techniques for hats, scarves, gloves, socks, and more. We'll see what my inner designer says about this book. Pre-planning accessories. Yes, pre-planning. There's a pretty one. Substituting gauge and beyond. Yardage requirements. Stitch patterns and edging. This has got some really neat stuff in it. I haven't even looked inside this book yet. Look at that. There's a modern turban. Big chunky one. This is Patsy's bonnet. There's a beret. That one's going to be fun. Okay, and guess what? I got my books on tape. Now, I've been listening to the John Grisham book about the broker. It had better get better quick because it is pretty friggin' boring right now. I'm on the second CD, and I know it takes a little while to get into a story. Oh my goodness. It's one of the Siamese. We'll see if she gets up there to go eat. He. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. I hope you got to see her. He. Him. I want so badly for it to be a girl. So we have two of those, and we can't tell them apart. They are really twins. Okay, now I got 4 of them. Guys, these are wrapped still, brand new. $3 a piece. And these are on tape. And I have the tape deck that I got from my mom. So we've got the C.S. Lewis silver chair. Now my husband tells me this is book 6. So I'm going to have to read the other books or find the other ones because there's only 7. So this is going to be way advanced in the story. And we have the books. I got the Tony Hillerman Skinwalkers. This one is about the Navajo. Balance of Power by James Houston. Pirates hijack the world's famous merchant ship. Oh, I think wasn't there a movie? We'll see. So those are tapes. Then I got this one, which is Nora Roberts writing as J.D. Robb. I haven't really cared for the Nora Roberts. I know a lot of you guys like it. I don't do a lot of the romance stuff anymore. This has Visions in Death, Survivor in Death, and Origin in Death. Now remember, I have Visions in Death, but I didn't have these other 2. So this is that one that I told you was kind of set futuristic. Like they were using a lot of technology and stuff. So we'll see. Then I got The Last River by Todd Balfe. The Tragic Race for Shangri-La. I've been trying to figure out what this one is. 1998 American whitewater paddling team traveled deep into the Tungsco Gorge in Tibet to run the Yarlung Zangpao, known as the Everest of Rivers. On day 12 of the trip, the team's ace paddler, one of 4 kayakers on the river, launched off an 8-foot waterfall never to be seen again. We'll leave it there. Another Michael Connelly, The Crossing. I've been watching Bosch, which is based on the Connelly books. Okay, this one is David Morrell, Tales from the Nightscape. James Patterson's Alex Cross. We all know Kiss the Girls, all of those Patterson books. Previously was published as Cross, read by Peter Fernandez and J.O. Sanders. This is now a major motion picture. This is the one where Cross comes out this? I can't remember that actor. Cross's most terrifying and emotional case may destroy him. Goes on the hunt for the most cunning, psychotic killer he has ever faced. When the high stakes cat and mouse game gets personal, Alex is pushed dangerously close to the breaking point. It's set in Paris. It'll be fun. I hope this has been fun for you guys. The animals are all trying to figure out why I just sit here and talk. Now everybody is just sort of laid out. They're real concerned. Okay, I will see you guys in a few days. Like I said, I will probably do some filming while I'm in New Orleans and see what I can't piece together. Um, it may wind up just being on the front porch there again. We'll see. Uh, I can't do lives because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. Oh, I started a group on Facebook. Now, you know I have the Essential Blossom page on Facebook, but I started the Essential Blossom group on Facebook. So if you go there, and it's just so I know when people, I have a question for you to answer, just so I know when people are joining, and I usually just go through and okay them anyway. It's public. Go and check the group out, because when I get a whole bunch of people on there, then I can do a live from there. So that's my plan, is to go live from Facebook. I could do it on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, I may try to do some videos that way also. We'll see. I'll try it. If you guys go over there and look, you never know what you might find. If I don't know how to save those videos either, and I don't know how to upload those videos over to YouTube and stuff. That's something I've not learned how to do, which is one of the reasons I haven't done a lot of that. But I'll learn, and I'll be there with my daughter, and you know, they seem to know how to do a lot of that stuff. I call them button pushers. Okay, we will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. We are at 300 and something. How cool is that? And I'll do another giveaway at 500. I'm already starting to put a package together. Violet, who won the 100 subscriber giveaway, got her package. And so she said she's trying to figure out what she wants to make. If you're watching, hello, Violet. And she's not been feeling all that great, so that's why I had not heard from her. But I wish you well, Violet. I really do. And like I said, virtual hugs from all of us. And if you go on the group page and you make something with that yarn and stuff, just go in and say hello and post a picture or whatever. We're all rooting for you. And so yeah, so go check those things out. I will see you guys again. I'm going this time. Bye, y'all. I know, kind of close. I forgot to tell y'all something. I had a whole list of shout outs. So this will be a little shout out clip. I know I'm probably not looking in the right place. Hope I'm not making you crazy sick. Okay. So these are shout outs for podcasts that are subscribed to me. I went through my list and this is what I could find. Now, this is not the whole list because some of them I've already talked about. Like I've talked about Jan Carruthers, and I've talked about the Canadian crocheter, and I've talked about Setta's Place. Okay, so this is not in any order. So the first one is Jennifer Reads and Crochets, and she's very new. She's actually doing, is it a shawl or a blanket, where when she reads a book, each genre, she has it in a different color. So when she reads a book from that genre, then she puts a strip of that color in. So that's kind of cool. I like that idea. I may have to do something like that, Jennifer. Okay. Angela, the Crafty Fairy Godmother. Crafts by the Rose. And that's the Rose, Thee. That's Tina. Hi, Tina. Heidi's Hangout. If you like to watch these animals today, um, I had all my animals out here. If you like that, then you're going to like Heidi's Hangout because hers are about her cats. Then there's Carrie's Down the Rabbit Hole, and Carrie's got some health problems. Um, and I'm sorry, Carrie, if I don't remember exactly what is going on with you, but you kept me occupied, or how do you say it? You were background when I was cleaning my craft room the other day when you were doing you were plying on the wheel. I really like that's therapeutic listening to that, and I can see why you do it. I'm seriously thinking about a wheel. I really am. Enjoying the journey, cancer as a lifestyle. I've not listened to a lot of hers, but she's a very nice person. Go check her out. Kimber Ann's Crochet and Knits. Hi, Kimber. Uh, she's doing some really neat stuff, and I've talked to her some on the Saturday Night Crafting Crew. Saturday Night Crafting Crew is the Facebook group for the Saturday Night Crafting live chat with Jan Carruthers. So go check her out. Red Gingerbread, she's great. Yarn Addict, aka Kalo, and I have to tell you, I know I haven't had time. There's a couple of these I haven't had time to go see yet. Linda, Crazy for Yarn. Cheryl Bolts with Yarn and Hook. That's her new um, renamed podcast. And Cheryl does a lot with animals too. She's got dogs and stuff in the house, and uh, she has some health things that she's going through, and a lot of us do, you know. And we use this as our therapy. But Cheryl's high energy, and she's a lot of fun to watch. Mima's Crafting. She's fairly new, like I am, and she may have gotten up to 500 now. She was getting there. She hit 100 before I did. She's doing great. Go check her out. She's in Texas also. It's a Stroke of Life, Melissa, and I can't remember. She does a lot of very short videos, like less than 5 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes, which are great to just kind of go check out in between. I'm trying to remember what all. I get confused. Wildflower Wool is my friend Louise, and she does some tutorials, and it goes along with her business. So she has a web page, she has a YouTube, she's she's all over. So check her out too. Hi, Louise. Okay, so this is just a short list, but I didn't want to forget to do that because I had taken the time to check it all out, and there will be some more, and then I will be doing like comments and stuff like that too. So let's just say on this one, uh, if you have any questions for me, put them in the down in the comments below, and I will see if I can't sit down and answer some questions, and um, we'll go from there. Okay, so this was my little shout out, They'll to go in line with the last podcast that I put up. And remember, go check out the Essential Blossom group, and you can post what you're working on. You can talk to everybody. I'd like to have as a place. I haven't opened a Ravelry group. I'm thinking about doing that, but I want to try this Facebook group, um, so we can all have continue with the community around the podcast. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.